Why do we so firmly believe that everything has to be such hard work? And why do we actually choose to take the path of most resistance? Nothing else in nature does. It's kind of crazy when you think about it, isn't it? We actually choose to take a more difficult and harder path than we have to move forward because we just believe that that's the way it's supposed to be. Everything in nature chooses the path of least resistance when moving forward, right? Yet, as humans, we often seem to think that if we're not struggling, we're not really deserving of success, kind of. When we're gonna do something, we need to take the hard way because if it's not hard, it's not good enough, or we won't be successful unless it's difficult to get there. And I think that's some kind of old, inherited, or learned way of thinking or just believing that life is hard. And I just got this aha moment because right now I'm recording on a shitty old webcam. I'm having some issues with my phone. And so when I first started recording here, I actually just opened my computer to talk to myself just to see if I had enough storage. And after a while, I just started talking and talking and talking, and I posted it on YouTube. And the thing is, at first I was like, can I even post this? The quality is so bad, people will be mad when watching this. But I got followers and I got views, and it just made me think, was that the path of least resistance for me actually working out? And yes, I think it was, because when I first started this channel earlier this year, I spent so much time on each and every video, scripting, planning, doing my makeup, fixing my hair, checking the light, recording footage so it wouldn't be boring to watch just me. And it was fun at first, but it quickly started draining me because it was a lot of work. And I didn't really get the feedback that I wanted to get. Uh, I mean, the work I put in was not mirrored or reflected back in what I got in return. And what happened was I just fell off. I thought for a while, this thing is too difficult. I can't find the energy or the time to post on YouTube, even though I really wanted to, because I think this is a great channel to just share insights and connect with people and rehearse on sharing what I want to share and talk to the camera and talk to people. But I fell off because it was difficult, I thought, and it required too much energy and work. So when I got to just posting these webcam videos that literally took me 10 to 15 minutes of me talking and that's it seems to be working, and that's the path of least resistance, isn't it? Why was I so convinced that I had to put this tremendous amount of work and energy into my videos to even be able to post them on YouTube? And when I did, the more I scripted and the more I planned, the less I saw my own personality. And I think that was the biggest thing that made me unmotivated, because I couldn't see myself. But now sitting here and talking to this old webcam, it reminds me of younger days just video chatting with friends on MSN that we actually had. If you're as old as me, you will know. Those who know, they know. But yeah, my point is, everything except from us humans chooses the path of least resistance. Why? That's my question. Why Do we think we're smarter than nature itself? Because we are not. Nature is so smart and it survives everything and anything up until this point. I mean, let's not get into climate change and everything, but you know what I'm talking about, right? We are still here and nature is working and water is wet. It's just crazy to make things more difficult than they have to be. And I think we can actually relate it to FOMO as well, maybe. If you're older than me, maybe you don't know what FOMO is. It's fear of missing out. So I have FOMO a lot. If I'm very tired and I just want to stay home and chill, I can't really relax and enjoy Netflix and chill because I feel like I should be doing everything else and I feel like I should be doing something productive. That's the main issue. But what if sometimes watching Netflix and chilling is the most productive thing I can do for myself? What if I need that rest? What if that's the path of least resistance for me to feel good that day or in that moment? So if I instead would force myself to go to the gym or stuff that I didn't want to do, maybe I would feel good after, but the thing is, we need to stick to what we're doing and do it with the best consciousness possible. Because if I were to stay at home, Netflix and chilling, and thinking about that I should be going to the gym instead, I would sort of zero out the gain I could get from actually staying home and chilling. So it would be like a double negative. And staying home and chilling is sometimes the path of least resistance. But in my head, I make it up to having to be something more than that. Because that can't be good for me. I need to do something productive, or else I'm missing out on something, or my body is missing out on something, or whatever. But everything in nature has its resting season as well. And this isn't supposed to be a rant about FOMO. It was just something that came to my mind. But I just feel like in whatever we do, we just feel like we should be doing something else or we should be putting more effort into it. But why? Why? Why can't we be more like nature and take the path of least resistance and actually believe that that will take us where we want to be? Even when I'm having a shitty day, my mind thinks that in order for me to feel better, I need to do something productive. I need to do something that's good for me. And I have this belief that only these and these and these kinds of things will be good for me, like going for a walk or working out or writing on my book or whatever. But the thing is, if I'm not feeling good to begin with, I probably won't feel like doing those things. And then maybe the best thing would be for me to just take a nap or chill the F out. And that would actually be productive for me in that moment because that's what my energy needs and my mood needs to feel better. Because everything we do is really because we have this expectation that it's going to make us feel better somehow. But the problem is that we only think that these things that acquire some effort are the things that will make us feel better. But that's bogus. I feel so good sometimes when I take a nap during the day. Why can't I? You know, if the whole point is to make myself feel better, why can't I do that? Why can't I take the path of least resistance and go to the couch or my bed and take a nap instead of putting on my raincoat and getting to the woods and walking through the woods? Sometimes that's great for me, but I mean that I want to go to the woods when I want to go to the woods. when I feel like going to the woods, not because my mind tells me that's what I need to do. So, what if we just try to actually take the path of least resistance sometimes and see where that takes us? Maybe we could all be more successful, or at least feeling much better. And I think that's connected, because I think the better we feel, the more successful we are at the things we do. So I can't kind of separate them. But what if we would feel so much better, so much more of the time, if we actually just stopped efforting? So today is the 2nd of October 2024, and from here on out I will stop efforting, and I will make a vow to myself to do things when I feel like doing them, and to be okay with taking the path of least resistance, because that's supposed to make me feel good. That's why I choose it in the first place. If I first choose the path of least resistance, I will do it and stick to it and feel good about it instead of beating myself up about it. Because what if my body, my energy, my system knows that that's the best thing for me in the moment? And we just misunderstand it because we think we're so much smarter than nature. But we're not. So stop efforting. And thank you for watching.